the housing and the chassis is sensible on a battery, but we're able to see that we increase the battery size. Okay.
Okay, that's very good.
The next machine is a soft pressure. The perfect example for the soft pressure is how a person can place the coin. Normally when you're clicking on an app to open it, and also when you're cycling up.
Because it's still a fairly new factory, we're running at the moment about 4,000 to 4,500 on average. We can get up to 6.
Yes.
The PCBA, otherwise known as the motherboard, starts here. We prepare it by fixing some parts. The next.
That then also has to be insulated because, again, it's going through the electrical circuitry.
Ina clip ndani. Ukisikia ime clip ndio unajua iko sawa. Very good. Very good. So unafanya hiki ngapi kwa saa moja? In 1 hour. Very good.
These are the larger screws for the plastic housing components. But everything needs to be tightened down. Yeah. This is where we have the robot. And SIM cards, because there are a series of now software tests that need to happen.
So nichukue gani hii moja hapa. Alafu naweka hii. Good. Ama nimepitisha.
Sawa. Akonda which marks out of
try another one.
Out of 10.
Yes.
Sorry.
It is magnetic.
Weke gani? Hapa hii.
Yes.
Very good. Oh, mpaka ifike mwisho eh?
Yeah.
Hata hii sikufikisha mwisho. Nimefikisha sasa. Haya.
Hapa.
Sawa.
Hapa tunafanya soldering.
Each person here has got answer tests, what passes, what fails. And then this last thing is last packaging around.
Kuna marejeo. Utajuaje kuna moja haijakuwa sawa? What does that mean? You umeandika J ni kumaanisha? Oh. Okay. Natemelea the other side. Oh, unaweka soldering hapo hapo.
And this is what now, this is empty. And this is what now is, this is what now the phone is packaged into.
Okay.
So the gentleman and the lady here are actually responsible for arranging for that. If I were to remove one component, have the phone packaged, and it goes in here, this machine is able to detect a variance of weight by up to 5 grams, automatically rejects it.
The finished product. The finished product ready for the market, yes.
So this partnership with local mobile operators and international device manufacturers is a step in accelerating access to high-quality 4G devices across the country. And this factory can be anywhere in the world, so we are delighted that it is here in Kenya. So our aim in Safaricom is to connect, because of being a mobile operator, up to 20 million customers, or more than 20 million customers, with 4G-enabled devices by 2025. I thought I would have a louder clap for that. We are also here in support of the government digitization agenda, Your Excellency. And we know that that cannot be successful if we do not have smartphones. We believe the smartphone in everyone's hand will act as the pathway to accessing government services and also endless possibilities of the internet. So, Your Excellency, we've enabled Kenyans access the transformative power of technology and the internet. in partnership with Google, which is what I was explaining to you earlier, we offer affordable smartphones payable in installments on a pay-as-you-go basis, which we call Lipa Mdogo Mdogo. And our intention is that having now started to produce local devices, we will start to undertake pay-as-you-go financing for those who will start buying the local devices.
The ripple effect of this initiative are boundless, from e-learning to telemedicine, from online business to digital banking, e-government services. This smartphone will empower individuals in vigorous business, inject fresh momentum in our national digital transformation strategies. We are also creating employment and positively impacting the community. We forge ahead to create this reality. We must be cognizant of the threat of cheap illegal imports, the potential to slow down or reverse the gains we strive for. We appeal to the government through the relevant government agencies to help us seal the loopholes that allow us to enter these devices into our market. We must deal with this threat very decisively for us to realize the full benefit of this venture.
We are aware that the cost of smart devices remain prohibitive for many, and that as a result constitute a significant barrier to universal inclusion and access to various services and opportunities that are intended to be freely available otherwise. To overcome this critical challenge to the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, we identified the production of affordable smart digital devices as one urgent priority that will guarantee the possibility of universal digital access for the people of Kenya to enjoy more and better services and opportunities in both public and the private spaces. The provision of affordable digital smart devices is no longer just about mobile telephony and fintech penetration. It is also about universal access to private and public sector goods and services as the driver of national transformation. It is not possible for transformation to be at the rate, at the scale, and at the speed that we want unless we have the devices to assist us unlock that potential. We have pledged to support this development by providing infrastructure that will spur digital signatures and the implementation of digital national identity. This message here is that this time round, we are going digital in full, on a large scale, across every sector, because Kenya's transformation is going to be a digital transformation. They told me, Mr. President, all you have said is very good, but you will have one challenge, that this digitization and technology journey has the challenge of the number of people who have smartphones. And they told me, unless you sort out the question of smartphones, and not just the availability, but the affordability of the smartphone, you will continue to experience challenges in that space. And they told me they would do something about it, but they needed the support of government. And I did promise them then that because it was my priority agenda to make sure that every Kenyan has an opportunity to interact with technology and to benefit from the journey of digitization, that I would go out of my way. I did request them to invest. And thank you, gentlemen, for investing. That is the power of the private sector. But I told them, as they invest, as government, we're going to play our role. We're going to make sure that there is a fiscal environment, a business environment that supports investment. We did work with the Treasury, both on the local fiscal requirements, and even the East African ones, as Joshua has said. And on top of that, I told them I will do the two things. I will make sure that government policy is supportive, and I also promise them that government will lead the way in being a market for your product. I am very proud that, gentlemen, you can confirm that I have kept my part of the bargain. I not only have provided the policy environment and necessary incentive for you to invest, but as my CS Health has said, we became the first customer, and we have bought from you 100,000 tablets that will be used by our community health promoters. And therefore, one of the most important commitments of my administration under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda is to transform inclusion by taking every possible measure to ensure that every citizen has an opportunity to make their contribution to national growth and development, and also, in many ways, to benefit from that transformation.
Your government has been very supportive throughout the execution of this vision. The Cabinet Secretary for ICT and Digital Economy, Elwin Awalo, his senior team, as well as seniors from the Communications Authority, have visited this site many times. Today, we recognize that today is just a start. The board, management, and project team have worked tirelessly over the last few months, but also appreciate that it's not a time yet to rest. There's a lot more that can be done. There's an opportunity to look at exports, an opportunity to look at widening the device specifications locally assembled. We also want to take on the challenge of capturing more of the assembly value chain here in the country by creating opportunities for Kenyans to develop the parts that are needed for the assembly.
In pursuit of this digitalization agenda, Your Excellency, there has been a missing gap. The missing gap has been the device. Connectivity is only meaningful if there is universal access, Your Excellency. And in this regard, I want to thank most sincerely EDAC for helping us as government to close the gap so that we can at long last have affordable smartphone devices in the hands of the wider Kenyan population. In the same vein, Your Excellency, I want to most sincerely thank you, because as far as this digitalization agenda is concerned, you have led from the front. This is a major change program in government, Your Excellency. And anytime you are introducing change, people will always be resistant. Had it not been for your persistence and leadership, transformational leadership, we would not have gotten this far as our digitalization agenda is concerned. And for that, as a ministry, we owe you a great debt of gratitude.
This is transformative, not just for the country, not just for the Ministry of Health, but for the world, I believe. Your Excellency, having acquired these gadgets locally, we were able to go around. You know, our procurement rules, Your Excellency. It will take forever for the ministry to procure 100,000 gadgets. But working together with Safaricom, in less than 2 months, we were able to get these gadgets. And that is the benefit of working with locally assembled products. Your Excellency, we were able to cut down on the cost. From what we were getting in the open market, we were able to cut down by about 30%. So we had value for money, Your Excellency. But for me, Your Excellency, the most important that we achieved from buying locally assembled products. If we had gone to the open market, there are some things that we would not have been able to put on this phone. For example, it wouldn't have come with our application. But now, these phones are being delivered to us with the application that is specifically for healthcare, the eKai's application, Your Excellency. As if that is not enough, we are working together with our partner Safaricom to ensure that these gadgets are geofenced, so that then the community health promoters are able to work within the area that they have been allocated, and they are able to serve the households.